What's happening, everybody? I'm getting distracted because I can see how dark my self video feed is. Maybe I should take my hat off so you can see the bright, that shine. Alright, but it is cold, and I am wearing a t-shirt in the house, and it's cold. On purpose. We gotta save bills. Save money on that heating bill, so we keep it low. It's been a struggling week so far on Fuji International Raceway. I've had some ups and downs. Right now starting P3. I have a new qualifying time since last streaming. My qualifying time right now is 1:45.721. I've already hit podium on, I think, day 2. I've had a lot of time on track this week where I haven't been recording, just for the simple fact of, I just wanted to get some practice in, so I'll do some qualifying, do some racing, and my ups and downs came from a lot of inconsistency, trying different things. I've been watching some videos of some more seasoned drivers, and it had me trying some new things like turning traction control completely off, which I know that's likely recommended as you continue to move up the ranks because apparently it can slow you down, is what I've learned. So I tried it, and I wasn't hitting my mark. I was about a second off, and I had a lot of mishaps on track because I didn't have the traction that I'm used to. So I turned traction control back on. I'm at the default of 2 for the F-Type Group 4, and I'm a bit more in control, a bit more consistent. I've had a lot of podiums this week, so that's a good thing. I've hit several third place, several second place, so I'm feeling good about that, but it's been quite a roller coaster. I've had a lot of DNFs this week as well, just for simply going off track, and there's been a lot of aggressive drivers that I've dealt with, so we'll see how this one goes. Happy racing. So as the first lap is completed, I definitely feel like that was a bit slow, partly because Dr. Flex is on my tail, and so there were a lot of corners where I had to take a different line to do what's called close the door, not let the opponent take the inside track, which they just, are successfully doing right now. They took that inside line, so I can hope for maybe an error by Dr. Flex. Hopefully I have the advantage going into this corner. What happens on this straight coming up here is a lot of aggressive drivers will take the inside track on the right and try to close the door here. I think I'll have the advantage on this one. Yep, so I just got past. There's danger in trying to come in aggressively on that inside track. That's basically dive bombing and cutting over the line. Thurness Clan, or whoever number 3 is, or number 13 is in front of me, suffered a penalty as a result for contact. So we're going to regain position. So I'm going to watch that inside line on my right again. I'm going to stay a little bit to the right to keep the door closed. Fuji International feels to me like a pretty wide track and a lot of opportunities for drivers to take different lines. And even though the line that I choose is for me, the fastest line through the course, given my driving style, there are other drivers that will take more inside lines on the corner and pose a threat at that corner, but they may be slower during other corners, which ultimately gives me, the advantage overall. But if they threaten a particular corner and get in front of me, it can get harder to pass in the areas where I'm faster. So I have to take a more defensive line by not letting them on the inside of that track. So the inside up here is on the left, so I'm going to close the door and take a bit of a slower line than what I'm used to, just to prevent that pass. The inside line up here is on the right side, so I'm going to stay a little bit more in the middle. There's not much of a threat behind me right now, so I'm going to cut over. The inside line up here comes up on the right side, so keep that tight. And there's not a threat, so I'm good. I can ride my line a little bit more. The inside line is on the right. The threat's a little bit closer, so I am going to tighten it in a little bit. And as you can see, Navjot 2-3 is coming in. But the F-Type is faster than the Astenza on the straights. So as long as I can beat that Mazda to the straight, I'm gonna win the drag race. The Atenza that was behind me, the Navjot, obviously they had a penalty to serve as well. But that's how I'm thinking about going into these corners with aggressive drivers is I do need to do a better job of driving defensively and close the door. It doesn't mean every time they make a shift, I shift to get in front of them. That's called blocking. But I can make one move and hold my line, which is tighter on the inside. And if they're coming up behind me, they'd have to take the outside route to pass me. That's not blocking. That's just simple defensive driving. So, hey, we got a podium. Third place, and that's where we started. So, good race, good clean race, and the consistency and the confidence is there. So as I keep going, it'll be easier for me to potentially get a first place. As you can see, there's a lot of red dots at the total times. That indicates that those drivers incurred a penalty. I've been experiencing that all week long, and that's part of the frustration. People getting upset with each other. I've been upset with other drivers for just that aggressive driving, because there's so many opportunities to take a different line that there's a lot of dive bombing happening, and you know, when people are aggressive, they get really upset. So and then they start battling with each other. So I'm going to congratulate our winner. Nice job to Pancho Garcia, and I'll congratulate our second place winner as well. Very nice. So Pancho Garcia GT did respond back. Let's play again sometime. Stand-up players, K Poto 85. Also, thank you, well done, good race. So nice race, that's been fun, and we'll be streaming here in about 7 minutes, as long as Alexis wants me to. See you guys.